Hey, this is a quick follow-up to my recent The Persistence of Bigots video. I'd like to correct a mistaken belief that, judging by a number of comments and PMs I've received, more than a few people hold, namely, that marriage is not a right in the United States. In American jurisprudence, marriage is regarded not only as a right, but a fundamental right. That is, one of the most basic rights a human being can have. Among other things, the exercise of a fundamental right is protected against governmental action that infringes or precludes the exercise of the right. The only exception to this is if government has a compelling purpose for acting to infringe or preclude the exercise of the fundamental right, and the means government chooses is narrowly tailored to the achievement of its compelling purpose. The United States Supreme Court, which has the ultimate authority to interpret federal law, including the United States Constitution, the supreme law of the land, has consistently described marriage as a fundamental right that enjoys the highest degree of constitutional protection from governmental interference. In Loving v. Virginia, the 1967 decision in which the court struck down the remaining anti-miscegenation laws here in the United States, the court said, quote, "The freedom to marry has long been recognized as one of the vital personal rights essential to the orderly pursuit of happiness by free men." And, quote, "Marriage is one of the basic civil rights of man." In Zablocki v. Redhail, the 1978 decision, in which the court struck down a provision of Wisconsin's state law that burdened the right to marry, the court said that, quote, "The right to marry is of fundamental importance for all individuals," and, quote, "The decision to marry is among the personal decisions protected by the right of privacy." In Turner v. Safley, the 1987 decision in which the court struck down a Missouri Department of Corrections regulation that infringed on the right to marry for prison inmates. Keep in mind, folks, convicted felons in prison can marry in the United States, while same-sex couples cannot, except in Massachusetts. In Turner, the court said, quote, "The decision to marry is a fundamental right." There are links to all three decisions to the right of the screen for those interested in reading them. Now, for those who expressed concern that the right to marry is not mentioned in the Constitution, please take note of what the Ninth Amendment says. Quote, "The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others," that is, other rights, "retained by the people." In other words, a right need not be enumerated in the Constitution in order for it to be a right. Too many Americans don't know what their fundamental rights are. Far too many think they know, but are wrong. Don't be in either group. Thanks.